as a transgender woman, as part of the LGBTQ community, some days I can feel like I'm under siege between the hatred and vitriol directed at people like me and the nonstop legislative assault on my existence. You know those moments when people describe trans people as groomers, as mentally unstable, as defective in some way. In those moments when legislative bodies pass laws telling parents they can't support their trans kids, telling trans kids they don't belong, telling LGBTQ people to hide who we are and keep our mouths shut. It is in those moments that I feel it. I struggle. Temptation to hate them is seductive. Sometimes I want to hate them. Hate requires no patience. Hate requires no understanding. Hate requires no accountability. Hate can even feel liberating and empowering while it poisons the soul. In the face of the choice between that easy path and walking in love, how do I love my enemies when they seek not only to oppress me, but to erase my very existence? How do I walk in love with people who call themselves Christians and act as if I am not also a beloved child of God? I have grown to believe is first, I must start with loving myself. Something my wife Elodie helped me to learn. So now, I love myself by ignoring the angry voices that accuse queer people like me of being groomers, of being perverts, of being delusional. I may be confusing to those angry voices, but I assure you, I am not confused. I know who and whose I am. I must love myself and not give them the power to influence how I know myself to be. I love myself by resisting every effort not to see the divine in me. I have protested and will again. I have petitioned elected and appointed officials. I have supported candidates for office that will affirm my existence and protect my rights. I will do these things again and more when I must. I will not accept anything less than being seen as equal before the law. I must say no. And I love myself by insisting that the love in my life is just as sacred as the love in every other life. Loving myself is not enough, though. Walk in love. Must also love those trying to take my rights and denying my existence as a child of God. This is harder. Hate is seductive. So I start by acknowledging that their hate comes from a place of hurt. Some are afraid. Some hate themselves. Some are afraid and hate themselves. We know from all the anti-LGBTQ crusaders caught in intimate situations with people of the same gender, from teary confessions to the work of researchers, that many of these many of these people are our rainbow siblings. So I can pray that they learn to love themselves and find the courage to be who their Creator made them to be, while I love myself, and refuse to excuse their choice to harm me. in people like me. Accountability is not hate, nor is it the cruelty of indifference. I can speak my truth and try to dispel the ignorance that breeds fear. And I can show through how I choose to live, how to love oneself and love others, with the hopes that those who would do me harm learn to love. I can do all this while loving myself, by insisting on being equal before the law of men, and the law of love that Jesus gave us, when he said that the law is love, and love shall be the whole of the law.